Hey guys, Matt here. And during the month of horror games and slasher films, I decided to do something exceptionally terrifying. Revisit Halo Infinite.
TV!
I'll be sharing my thoughts and opinions on the current state of Halo Infinite, both positive and negative, in order to finally answer the question, is Halo Infinite finally good? Or at the very least, is it on the right path? So, use those challenge swaps, watch out for teleporting infected, and let's get into this. Right off the bat, Halo Infinite is off to a pretty decent start with its updated main menu, which makes the game feel a whole lot more fresh. Having your Spartan front and center, as well as a background that matches the current season, really makes Halo Infinite feel like a live service game in a good way. That being said, it would have been nice if they updated other menus, specifically Armor Hall, since it lags whenever your Spartan zooms in and out when selecting different armor pieces. Now, to be fair to 343, they have been releasing patches that improve Armor Hall stability. It's just that I haven't really noticed any difference. Speaking of customization, that is also something that has improved quite a bit since I last played, with several helmets and armor coatings being accessible through multiple armor cores. That's right, 343 has finally decided to give us a little bit more freedom when it comes to customization, allowing me to make a pink ODST with abs, or anything else. Unfortunately, most armor pieces are still locked behind specific armor cores, but it's still a good start. And hopefully moving forward, 343 will continue to make more armor pieces available for all cores. Moving over to multiplayer, you can see, my god, infection, husky raid, content, so much glorious, beautiful content. I mean, this is just insane. Look at what it used to be like. Halo Infinite was anemic at one point, but now we finally have a lineup, and a good one at that. There's Team Snipers, which always loves to remind me how bad I am at sniping. Extraction, a game mode from Halo 4 that plays like an alternate version of King of the Hill, and plenty of other game modes that frankly should have been there at launch, but I'm still happy to see them. I think easily the biggest standouts for me were Infection and Husky Raid, with Infinite's version of Infection possibly being my favorite iteration of the game mode. I love how, as a survivor, you start out with limited resources, incentivizing players to scavenge the maps for ammo resupplies and power weapon containers. It's also pretty cool that a lot of the maps were slightly altered to have closed off areas and boxes stacked in certain places, with some maps even having destructible barriers. But the thing that makes some really intense and goofy moments in this game mode is the equipment. Now, the survivors just have a threat seeker, which emits a pulse showing if enemies are in the surrounding area. However, the starting infected have active camo and shroud screen, which creates a dome that blocks visibility of hostiles. Then the standard infected have one of the coolest pieces of equipment in the game, the quantum translocator. This baby allows you to basically teleport to a location you were previously at, but you can also teleport back to the place you dipped from. See where I'm going with this? That means you can use the device, run into the survivor's camping spot, dip out, then wait a few seconds and scare the shit out of them by teleporting right back. All this culminates into a fun, chaotic game mode that innovates on its previous iterations, and I'm so happy it's finally in Halo Infinite. As for Husky Raid, it pretty much just stayed the same. Instead of one long narrow map, we have 7 small maps with a lot more cover than the original Halo 4 map, which does change the gameplay a bit, but it's still a massive clusterfuck like the original Husky Raid. I will say that the Husky Raid maps are a bit of a mixed bag, but that can also be said for most of the multiplayer maps. However, there's one map that makes up for all of it, and that's Small Hollow. It's so cute. It's adorable. It's perfect. I love this map. It's fantastic. All right, now that we've talked about some of the game modes that have brought me a lot of joy, let's talk about the playlist that's brought me a lot of pain. Ranked is still horrendous, but there's not a lot that needs fixing. However, one of the problems is a major one, and that's players leaving in the middle of matches. There needs to be a penalty for leaving the middle of a ranked match. Either count the game as a loss or have a timeout system that forces the players to wait a certain amount of time, kind of like how Halo did things in the past. I am sick of players bailing due to their team losing or them not liking the game mode they're in. The second and final thing is the game mode roster for Ranked Arena. I strongly suggest removing Oddball from Ranked Arena. It's a fun, goofy mode that's always felt out of place in the playlist. That and players treat it like Slayer, so no one's carrying the ball or defending the carrier. They're just going for kills. It's incredibly annoying. Not to mention, Oddball is probably the mode where I see most people bail out of a ranked match from. So it's clear that no one really likes it in the ranked playlist. I would suggest replacing it with Extraction, but you already put Extraction in the playlist, so it doesn't really matter. Just take it out, please. Take Oddball out of ranked. So yeah, if somehow someone from 343 is watching this, please fix that. I'd appreciate it. Oh my god. Alright, let's move on to progression. After finishing a match, you'll see that we actually get XP for our performance in matches. Finally! I'm actually rewarded for top fragging in this damn game. But wait, there's more. We actually have career ranks now, meaning progression is no longer solely tied to the battle pass. Wow, Matt, this is incredible, but something tells me there's a catch. Why, yes, you actually don't get anything for leveling up your career rank. Okay, that's not entirely true. You do get the Mark 6 armor as well as a few extra goodies for reaching max career rank. But I do wish that there were rewards you earned along the way. But unfortunately, you'll still have to look towards the battle pass to get those extra goodies along the way. Oh, fuck. Do I have to talk about the battle pass? Ah, the main source of cosmetics. Well, other than the shop, but who's gonna spend money in that? I'll be honest, after taking a little look-see at the various things each battle pass has to offer, I think they started to become hit or miss after Heroes of Reach. I mean, what the hell is this? Can my Spartan even see through this shit? All jokes aside, there are a couple things 343 did to improve the battle pass, both of which were things I've complained about in the past. For example, challenge swaps and XP boosts no longer plague half the damn tiers anymore, meaning more of the pass is focused on cosmetics. In the current season, I counted only 3 XP boosts and 0 challenge swaps within the first 50 tiers of the pass, so that's pretty good. Another thing they changed was how shoulder pads were handled in the passes. Now both shoulder pads from the same set are in the same tier, whereas previously you'd get one shoulder pad, then have to level up the pass a few more times in order to get the other. But yeah, that's it. What else you want me to say? It's a battle pass, okay? God. Whew. Alright, now that that's done with, we can talk about our final topic, Forge, and the custom games that it helped bring to Halo Infinite. Forge is back and truly incredible, allowing players to build pretty much anything they can think of. And that's not an overstatement. I mean, look at this. Someone made Peach's Castle. There's infection on a Dead Space themed map. And thanks to the new AI update, we even have players making old Halo missions. Plus, if you've had the urge to play Firefight but don't want to wait for it to arrive later in the season, then you can play the custom-made firefights. Because holy shit, that's a thing. I think the most fun I had while visiting custom games was playing someone's version of Nocturne Toten and the classic Duck Hunt custom mode with a Minecraft twist on it. Well, Noct was actually a bit of a shock at first since enemies don't break down barricades and they just pounce the second you're within like this distance from them. So that scared the shit out of me. But yeah, it was fun. I don't really see myself making anything anytime soon, but I am absolutely loving everything I'm playing in custom games. So at the very least, try out the custom games if you haven't in a while. They have been improved immensely, and there's so much fun to be had. So after going over some of what Halo Infinite has to offer, it's finally time to answer the question: is Halo Infinite finally good? Overall, my answer is yes. I still think 343 needs to work on progression, the map rotation, and the laughably bad ranked playlists. But I can't deny all the hard work that's been put into the game and the results that came from that work. Like, I actually had fun playing Halo Infinite, and that's something that I didn't think I was going to say after playing the game for this video. Plus, it's worth mentioning that a lot of the people who offered nothing but false promises and delays are no longer at 343. So I see no real reason to hate on the people clearly trying to fix what others messed up. Listen, if you don't want to give this game another shot, that's totally fine. This video was never intended to force people to change their minds. But if you are curious, or if your opinion doesn't lean too far in one direction or the other, then give it a shot. Just, avoid ranked arena. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry this took so long. I've been working on multiple projects as of late, so hopefully the next video will be out a lot sooner. But yeah, if you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below if you're enjoying Season 5 of Halo Infinite, because I am. But anywho, thank you guys again, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!